Let's wait for 5 minutes. There's a free recon bug bounty boot camp. Free recon boot camp only. As you guys can see this here. Free recon boot camp is here. You guys can join it. It will be starting in 3 days if I'm not wrong. Just 2 minutes and we'll start the hunt. I will be explaining very briefly that how you need to hunt on static websites so you can't get no bugs and like that. You have to be a proper idea on it. Hello. Okay, cool. We got the time here. Now, I have uploaded a recent video about how to hunt on static websites, right? This was my recent video that quick guide on how to hunt on static websites. Now we have to focus on static websites a lot because a lot of people are like, okay, we can't find bugs out there. Because there's high chances that resources we use might be doing some sort of things with us. So here are the things that I have How to run static websites? Look, we have seen all these things, so I'm not gonna be repeating all that. You can just take a look on that video. Now, hunting on static website will not be or should not be that much challenging thing, cause we can simply do a lot of things on them. So, as I can see, fuzzing would be a very good option if you are using FFU or some sort of things like that. But look, using them only on some sort of stable things are not enough. If I go to Shodan, just try to find in URL bug bounty program, any bug bounty program, static, dynamic, that doesn't matter here. Let's take a look on any random one. Look, this is a static website, not something we can't do. Okay, we can do things here. We can log in, but let's suppose it's just a static website, nothing much to do here. So we can do fuzzings based on functionalities. First of all, that would be very good. Then there is one more thing: word list and source code. So yeah, definitely always have a look on source code. You can always have a mapping of source code, because when you're trying to hunt on things, use a lot of tools are there that will help you find grep or extract data from source code. Now, if you're already into one of my courses, then you know the tools about the JS and ASPX. And if you're not in that one, take a look on it. So there are few tools that we are having. One is the new one, I guess JS Analyzer or something like that. It is having more than 450 regexes that will check for multiple disclosure in JS files. Now, before finding JS files, we are pretty sure that we are not gonna find all the JS files. We need to do few more things. Right, JS files are not that easy to conclude and all these things. So, how will we observe JS files? It's simple. Observing JS file is very simple idea. If you just take a quick closer look to it, use tools on it and have a manual approach. Now, one more thing is there: how to find JS files if there are hidden one. So you can use this one, random Robbie brute force list, for multiple file names: ASMX, ASP, ASPX, CFM, CGI bin, CGI files, configs. You can try to first for these ones, and that will give you pretty effective results. In my case, I will usually combine all of these and make them in a single word list file and then use it in my tools, because that will give a proper idea, proper execution of it. Anyway, now we found the JS files, we have the word list that we will use. You can also use checklist. Okay, I'm not a robot. Mm, then I'm gonna use asset not word list. I can use these three ones and that would be pretty good. These tools are also good because when you're having Bayesian functions, that would be good. Because look, fuzzing are quite updated in checklist compared to others, but also there are few pros and cons are always there. That's PHP magic name methods, or let's say 403s. You can try for that one. Not gonna lie, this thing usually help. File system, infrastructure, mainframe, variables, web content, web services. So yep, we can use checklist. Why not? Now here are all the things that you need to know, but there is nothing complicated. So it's quite easy for us to understand. Anyway, now fuzzing is not limited to all these things, because fuzzing should be an intelligent process for us. So how fuzzing would be intelligent process for us? When you do it properly. Now you tried to find the JS files, you tried to find the different extensions. Now what to do? After finding extensions, we have to do few more things. Like let's say if there's WordPress going on, make your own custom checklist for for WordPress. That it depends on you how you are handling all your things. Now let me show you a thing. Suppose it's a WordPress here. So I have a whole checklist for it that I will use for for WordPress. I'm not gonna make it very complex, but yeah, this is something that you should do. Have your own notes and technically spend good time on multiple things. Suppose if I go to Jira, I have a whole Jira fuzzing list and all these things, right? So it works like that. By the way, I've created them to use for the classes. Instead of classes, I'm using them personally too. So that's kind of very effective thing that you have to do. By the way, definitely make sure to join the free 2-day webinar so you won't miss things. Now, how to fuzz in more cases? Fuzzing it using the web servers. Maybe configuration you can simply find it in banner grabbing, or you can go with the actual technologies going on. If you're doing this all this thing properly, then that would be good. Now there is a lot of tools you can make your own custom via my custom. So what we do from that tool is repetitive fuzzing. If you found something 200 okay and there is no extension in the file like .js or something like that, or there is no extension of file, it will keep fuzzing it for more than 5 times. Suppose you find admin, then found hello, then found user, then found until you have something ending with dot or extension, it will not end. It works like that. So you can make your own tool, spend some time, create few more things. Cool. Now let's go to second thing. We done the technology based brute forcing. Now what will we do? Will we find admin panels? Yeah, we can find that. We can try to find few more things like let's say some user login, employee logins, internal login panels. So we can use them to fuzz more, find default credentials and all these things. Then in backup files, we can always have a brute force list of backup things. So like if you just take a look on nuclear, there's a whole list of backup leaks, right? That the particular website is going to check. So you have to extend that, add that the particular template. Then yeah, you can do that. You can definitely take a look on that because that would be a good option if you're just taking a look on specifically backups. Portals and panels. How to find portals? So first of all, I will say go to source code. Take a look on technology. Suppose as a WordPress WP iPhone login, that might be a panel. Now you can try and look for registration page. After registration, you can try for the further links which we can just take down the website. If it's expired version, we can find the SQL XSS, whatever the bugs are there. But expired version would be the better option. Fuzzing for panels, I just told you how you can fuzz. If you're not find for panels, just go for .php and .php fuzzing from the random Robbie. Let's take a look here. .php's are here. .php my admin are here. So you can try to fuzz for it. Swaggers, web configs. Now, portal finding should be very simple if you just take a look on IPs. So if there is some sort of thing like your company is having a lot of IPs, what will you do? How to find IPs? Like yesterday we were running on a random hack on program, right? Let's say no, not Hostinger. Let's just take a look on. This one. You can just jump on any of them. It's staticprotocol.com. These are static sites. There is nothing going on there. Even the few sites are even not accessible. So in that case, I just usually say that just do something like this. Go to showdown SSL or host name and just paste it. No IP? Cool. One IP, okay. But the main domain is not even accessible. One link. So if the main domain is not accessible, but we can access the IPs. Maybe the IP is not even accessible. Now we find all the open ports from 1 to 65,000, whatever it is. Just if, let me know if you know the total port numbers. You can use that and get a better approach to it. You can go for, finding all the ports, going for all the service detections, using nmap on them. We can do this type of very basic things to get what we want from them. So if you are able to do this type of basic thing like okay, finding all the open ports, finding all the sensitive information, having a good look on the source code. I usually do it manually, but I think and I believe there are a lot of tools that will help you. Technologies mapping. Look, this thing should be done properly because every time we hunt on any program, we always map the whole types of things written in a very good way, so we can just hunt on it in a later way. But also, it will just give you a very proper understanding of whatever you want to hunt on or what you have done till now. Even in classes, when we hunt live, we do that thing because for every target, we need to map our target. You guys can see this thing mapping target. I just told them how to use automations, right? If you want the next session on your automation, just let me know. Anyway, now fuzzing for panels. Yep, we can do that. We can even do it for admin panel fuzzing list. Scrap it from all over the GitHub and make a good time on it. One more thing, whenever you're trying to set up your laptop or whatever device you have, always do a thing. Always have a folder named word list and make your own word list. You have to you have to make your own word list collection, and that would be very good because believe me or not, word lists are gonna help in the maximum way. Anyway, now I just told you about the IPs, all open ports, and have a look good observation on it because in this doing these things on many static website gave me admin panel takeovers. The recent most of my recent admin panel takeovers are from this. And to find password, it's just simple. Or you can go, IPs and all open ports. Come on, that's good. If you're in the free 2 day webinar, I'll just show you the live POCs because I can't show here. It's YouTube. I don't want to risk it all. Okay, web servers. Third thing, web servers. Now, how will you get web server? There's something called banner grabbing. Always have a look on it. Banner grabbing. Just let's find some photos to explain it better way. Look, When you have something this type of things, just open image. You might get this type of things. Just go into your URL and you will find the server with their version. This is called banner grabbing. If you can do this, do this for finding your own server version and all these things. Now, if you know server versions, you know what to do. Even you can use CV map on it and try to find on it. CV map hyphen V or something like that. Let's try hyphen H hyphen P Apache. Let's take a look on the version. We can take a look on the version. Hyphen V. What if we see? We need to just type the version with that one too. But anyway, it's cool. Now these are all the ones. The lower the age, the lower the number. Let's do a thing. Let's do a thing. CV map hyphen H. Mhm. Leave it. Don't worry. So this is how you can find CVs based on what things they are doing on or what versions are going on. Just take a look at the version here and we can just follow up with that and find the latest versions of it and try to exploit the things. Peculiar, right? Now web servers, yes, misconfigurations would be always there. Look, misconfiguration would be one more thing. That's WAF. Because if there's a static site, there might be a good chance that they might be using some sort of Cloudflare, some sort of Akamai or something else to secure their website. Like this one are using Cloudflare. Good. Alright. So WAF would be there. How to find WAF? How to find bug in WAF or web servers? Look, they will be managed easily. You can create website easily, not a big deal. But configuring is kind of a very time consuming thing that you have to configure everything one by one, make a structure of it, do it properly, and all this type of shit. So you have to figure out all the web servers, how it's gonna work, all the misconfigurations, all the versions. You have to take a look on all the directories that might be leaking something, all the third party access that we can do. So there are hundreds of misconfiguration, and when you're trying to find something from misconfiguration, always go to this guy. Always go to YOUTUBE. Just take a look on securing, let's say, Drupal, right? Now, how to keep safe and secure? It will tell you just 8 to 10 videos that okay, we need to sanitize this, that, this, that. Let's say Apache. Configure Apache security. Now it might be explaining that one in the upcoming ones. How to secure Apache 2. Cool. So it might work like that in many cases. So always have a look on it. Got it? If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be waiting here for just a minute. If you have any questions, let me know. You want the A to Z video and accesses? We'll try. Okay, so I guess there is no questions from your side. Anyway, next things are technologies as obvious. Focusing on technologies will give it. Now look, it's not only about versions that we do, it's also about how we manage them. Because latest version of WordPress might be installed, latest version of AM might be installed, but few of the directives are not off. If directory listing is enabled, if some sort of a txt files, htaccess files might be leaking, that might be still a security risk. So on that note, fuzzing them, yeah, that can help. Having a good checklist about them, yes, that might help. Like let's take a look on the WordPress or AM, whatever we have. We have both of them. We don't have to worry about it. Look, when you're going for WordPress, we can try to look for DOS because it is usually not disabled. If your program is accepting DOS, log files, definitely we can try for all the backup files. We can try for the WordPress username enumeration. It's not even allowed here. Don't ever report it. All these things are not in category of bugs right now. But still, if it's a VDP, report it. Brute forcing is also not useful now. Registration enabled and all this type of things. Yep, we can use that. AEM nodes, yes, AEM nodes are here. We can use this type of things. I'm having, just replace the domain and just take a look if there is something going on. It works like that. Simple. So you also have to manage it. Then Shopify, obviously, Shopify can be a lot complicate than other ones to, just make them. Got it. Now we are on the last part of it, the plugins and all the sections. Look, plugin is something that should be very crucial if we just take a look on them closely. Because plugins are doing a lot of things in web application. They're not just like, someone hanging around with you. It's not the third wheel, it's gonna be the first wheel. Because plugins are doing really a lot of effort after the theme and all the server things. So updated plugins and kind of non-complicated plugins. Like look, there's also competition in plugins. Like we can use a same 10 types of plugins to do a single thing. So in that condition, when you have a competition in search of features, we forgot the security, and that's a true. In search of security, in search of features, we lost the securities, right? So if we just take a closer look on what plugins are going on there, which are more secure, which are regularly updated, so that might be a really helpful thing for you because you'll be understanding that how to do or how to spend time with plugins properly. And just it's not about installing plugins only because plugins can have a lot of settings going on them, so that type of things can also help you in getting out the bugs. So what will you do in plugins? Just a casual idea, open the nuclei templates, open the GitHub, find all the WordPress plugins, find all the EM plugins, find all the plugins available there. Just type the plugin. Let me show you. Let me show you. Why do I have mashups? Okay, just a minute. Let me find it. You can do this. That's you can make your own automation. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, me, two of my friends. Well, yeah, we can work on automations, right? Making automation that's very effective would be a very good thing to do. And these are all the plugins. Let's just type plugins. Now these are all the CVs that are on plugins based on plugins, right? So definitely copy all of them. Make a separate folder. Have your own list of static websites. You can collect a lot of static websites. Make your own automation flow based on it. You can make automation based on fuzzing all the files with using 100k of word list. Fuzz all of them, right? Then go to IPs, find all open ports, run some sort of scripts on it using nmap, maybe nuclei. You can jump on that one. For web servers, technologies, and plugins, you can just take all of these templates and run on them. Maybe you won't find anything because automation, most of people have done it. So kindly don't expect about it, but still you can have a good try on it. That's all. Now, main conclusion: source code should be good, fuzzing would be good, misconfiguration, expired version, and observation. Look, I always say this thing, and I'm gonna say it again. Observation is the key. The best thing you can have is observation. Even though I have my own automation that I use in multiple cases, we have our own uh, things that we will use, but still I have the main thing is Discord connected with it, or maybe Telegram connected with it, because I would like to get all the updates by myself. I would like to see what's going on, what's the weird thing that the nuclear or my automation will not understand. Right? It's a automation that is having more than 75 tools. So how will we spend time with that? We spend time with observing things. And I guess that was for the session, the upcoming session, whatever you want for the upcoming session, the topic, just let me know in the comment section and we'll be making on that. Alright? Just let me know if you have any questions. I'll be here for the next 2.5 minutes and let's see. By the way, you guys can definitely take a look on this advanced bug bounty training course because we'll be going with a lot of contents this time. We're not going to limited contents, and if you even join by today, you will get 5 weeks of free training from us until your course starts. This will be just a basic content, and there's a lot more things that you can see: templates, recorded lectures, report templates, CV notes, personal notes, all the things that you saw just now, a few of my automations. So you guys can have a look on that, and we will be providing that one in the particular course. So make sure you take a look about this. I'm dropping the link here. And I share the notes. I guess most of them are public. I will prefer make your own, but I already shared them in the courses, so maybe you will get it. I already shared all of them in the Twitter, man. Just take a look on my GitHub. They are also uploaded on GitHub. And anyway, for the as you are guys are asking for how can we contact you and all these things, so I'll be dropping a contact number that me or one of my manager will pick. You guys can take a look on this one. Wait. You guys can try to contact on this, and I guess that was for today's session. See you guys in the upcoming live. Have a great day. Don't forget to check out the links in the description.